Hello and welcome back to another episode of Mythiplux's Commentaries. It's been a while. I haven't been playing for the second half of Season 4 and now the pre-patch is here, which means one thing: warriors. If you didn't know, my old main when I started pushing seriously was Arms Warrior and Prot Warrior in the Season 4 of BFA. So this brings me a lot of joy because Warrior is being significantly buffed. Prot Warrior, to be specific, they've suffered a lot during the entirety of Shadowlands. So I'm really happy that they're somewhat viable now. And a lot of people will argue Prot Warrior is one of the best tanks right now, and I certainly agree with that. This is a 25 Junkyard. I've been doing a lot of Junkyard lately. I don't know why. Probably because it's fun. It's big pulls. You can go ham. Yeah, this is one of the first keys I ever did on the new Prot Warrior, and my thoughts on talents. Yes. So, in the beginning of Shadowlands, we saw a lot of our very, very good talents being squished together to compete with each other. And in Dragonflight, that's no longer the case. We got a lot of really amazing talents back, and we're now back to, or you can now build for a Thunderclap focused playstyle, which I really like. And some of the very crucial talents are, first of all, Impending Victory. It's a 30% on-demand self-heal that's it's sort of like a panic button, and that just ensures a lot of survivability on our parts. But also we have the option to go back to Unstoppable Force now, so together with anger management. So Avatar, Thunderclap, Rage, and Dump Rage, more Avatar, more Thunderclaps, and that's a really, really positive feedback loop that I really enjoyed in Season 4 of Shadowlands. So, and another thing is they fixed Rage, or I shouldn't say fixed, they improved the Rage generation, because you have Rend now, and your Thunderclap applies Rend automatically. So you have, and then there's a talent that makes sure Bleed generate Rage for you. So in a big pull, you're almost always Rage capped. So I really enjoy how Protection Warrior functions right now. Anyway, so you can see we're opening up with a pretty big pull, 2 scrap bots and into the 3 mobs down there with the infiltrator, and then the 2 robots up top. And we're gonna lust this first pull. Oh, this weakest affix is Fortified, Sanguine, Grievous, and Shrouded. So not the easiest week, to be for sure, and a lot of danger, especially with Grievous. A lot of boss fights are exceptionally hard, and Sanguine just makes some interactions with the mobs a little bit weird, but overall it's not the worst. So it's definitely doable, and this DH is absolutely popping off, pulling a lot of DPS, and for some reason we only have 2 DPS contributing, and Mage is either holding CDs or I don't know what's going on. Anyway, another thing, in the pre-patch you're still playing Necrolord, and as long as you're in combat, with the amount of rage that's being generated, you're gonna be able to keep up your Conqueror's Banner like infinitely. I think in this key you'll see in the end, I think it's King Gobblemak. I was able to keep up my banner for a long time, and chain it into like several pulls, which is really nice. This monstrosity, when he casts Consume, you can actually spell reflect that, and it's a lot of damage. But I haven't nailed down the interaction with that. I think sometimes if I walk out and then walk back in, I get a second application of the dot. Sometimes. Not always. Anyway. I'm interested to see what you guys think of the new UI overhaul. Me personally, I'm not a huge fan. I'm so used to my old UI, and this and let's say I don't need to see my portrait. I just need to see my health bar. I don't even need to see my rage. So it's a bit weird. I'm still getting used to it, and some plugins aren't functioning correctly right now. I don't have Omni CDs, I don't have kick tracking, but it's okay. Protection Warrior also does a very decent amount of damage. I see there I got a second application of the Consume. I think it's because I wanted to go out and charge back in. So maybe not do that. Alright, mobs in 25 definitely hurts. Oh, another talent I forgot to mention is the wall. So every time you cast shield slam, you get CDs back on your shield wall, and also anger management gets back CD on shield wall, I think. So we have a lot more opportunities to use shield wall right now than it was before, and that's a really nice improvement on damage mitigation too. Plus, without the rage that were generated, we don't really have a problem of keeping up shield block, and we can dump everything else into either ignore pain or damage and revenge. So it's a really nice feedback loop for Protection Warrior right now. Another thing that feeds back into the Thunderclap playstyle is Thunderlord as a legendary. So every time you Thunderclap, you get back CDs on your on your demo shout, and if you pair that with Booming Voice, it's even more rage generation, and it's damage amp at the same time, providing DR, and you almost pretty much have it for every pack. So you can walk in, demo shout, and then just boom, 20% DR right there. See, before we have to choose between a lot of those talents and legendaries too, so it's definitely a very complete and toolkit that has a lot of synergy with each component. And I'm running a very haste heavy build right now, just because I like pressing buttons, and you know, having a lot of haste makes your avatar comes back really quickly. So you pretty much have every avatar for every pull too. All right, so all right, see, I keep an eye on the Conqueror's banner right there, and what you'll find is I'm gonna be able to keep up the banner for the entire duration of the fight. But to be granted, this is a short fight because it's fortified, and we have a lot of single target damage between the DH and the Boomkin. Speaking of which, Boomkins are doing pretty good right now, I'd say. A friend of mine who's a Resto Shaman, she started playing Boomkin, and then she's just popping off. It's really nice. My banner's still at 15 seconds, so, and with the rage I'm generating right now, I'm gonna be able to keep it up for a long time. Alright, I think next we're going to... Oh, I remember this. There's a very scary poll coming up. We want to avoid the scrap bots as much as possible, because we're aiming for +2 in this key, so scrap bots are really inefficient for time. So we're gonna come here and hug this and then go inside. Here's what I made a mistake. I should have just pulled this 3 out instead of going in, and they started jumping, and so we had to fight them here, otherwise I'm gonna die. But the patrol is gonna be here soon, the patrol with Zolgamok, so we're gonna chain. We have to chain this pull into the Zolgamok's pull, so I need to grab that. And I already used my shield wall, so it's dire. And I think the Boomkin clipped the other pack, so now this turned into a super big pull, and I don't have shield wall, I don't have... My avatar just expired. I don't have last stand, so right now I need to spend as much rage as I can to get my avatar and shield wall back, and you can see they come back really quickly. So now I'm in a better spot. This is definitely a little bit chaotic to do Zolgamox in such a big pull, and to be able to, you know, survive. I think the healer is doing a phenomenal job just keeping me topped and dispelling me at the same time. But once we down Zolgamox, I think the hard part is over, because, you know, it's a lot of pressure alleviated from the healer and me. But see, we started a pull with using the shield wall, and now we have it back. I think we use it a second time too. Alright, that's my shock bot, because I think everyone else had it. And then I'll go ahead and pick up the welding bot in grease here. Alright, and then we're gonna we're gonna go into the little corner there to snap the boss. It's just a little easier to do. Alright, just wait. Be patient. Be patient. Still come here. Alright. This guy. I don't know why I didn't get a taunt off immediately, but oh well. So the guy has two things to be aware of. The first one is roadkill. That's a charge, and then he has a frontal shockwave called Bolt Cutter. You just need to sidestep that, and they rotate between each other. So, or they don't. I have no idea, but it's just something that he does. So keep in mind, don't stand in front of him, and make sure to get out of the way. Alright, easy peasy. Now we keep going. We're doing pretty good on time. I think it's a really good, really easy +2 as long as we don't make tremendous mistakes, devastating mistakes. Alright, just waiting on the scrap pot. Now we can go. And we hug right here. I think someone ended up pulling that. I'm not sure. There's little things. They don't have aggro threat tables, so if you're DPS, just move with your tank, and you know, just stay in melee range. The shaman has only one thing that needs to be kicked: the grasping totem that puts a root on everyone in your party. So either kick it or stun it, and then this pull is relatively easy because I'm a Prot warrior. I have infinite blocks. They don't really hurt me. All right, these two lads, their shockwave is really not well telegraphed, and every time I do this pull, someone ends up dying because they didn't see it. Especially when their model are clipped together, it's really hard to see where the shockwave is aiming. Rage kick one. Alright, I'm slowly waiting on the druid to come back, and somehow he died again. I don't know what happened. Maybe he got aggroed on something. But he's coming back. And I used my Conqueror's Banner at the start of this pull. Still going strong, and you're gonna see me chain that into the King Gobblemax pull. And maybe, I can't remember. Oh yeah, maybe. I think so. Alright, now the boss pull. At the state of the pre-patch right now, I don't have any talent points to invest in either Rallying Cry or Intimidating Shout, which is a shame, but that's not going to be a problem when we get to level 70. I still think Rallying Cry provides a lot of utility, especially in like a group AoE phase. There's a talent, there's a capstone talent in that when you cast Avatar, you cast Shield Wall for all your party. That's two talents in interaction, but that's going away in Dragonflight. They got nerfed, so that's not relevant anymore. It would have been nice if, you know, a shield, when you cast Avatar, you get like party-wise 20% DR for 4 seconds. That's like I can see how that's super OP, and that's just too much for one spec to have, like on demand on every pull. And yeah, Conqueror's Banner is still going strong. I think someone ended up pulling that bot here, so we're gonna kill that. And that stands between us, it's trash, and then the last boss. Since we killed that, I figured we might as well get this pack for some count, because that scrap bot's gonna take a long time. I just don't want to waste it. And it's relatively easy pack. We can pick up another stack of the bounty too. There's 2 grease bots in there, so if anyone died, we can replenish the robot there. All right, sounds good. Okay, 72%. I think we just... Oh, and someone pulled a crawler there. That's got a sting. Crawler hurts a lot. So, but luckily, we can deal with it. We can deal with 1 crawler. And we're still doing pretty good on time. We have 11 minutes. It's more than enough to do this. And I decided to use my avatar here, but there's a big pull coming up, so hopefully I can get that back in time. They don't want to do this pack with the cavalry, so we're gonna skip that. But someone ended up pulling it anyway. So the rapid fire, as you can see, it's pretty annoying. And the other mob, what's it called? The randomizer. The shrink actually hurts a lot because it takes off your makes you irrelevant in damage. So that's something that needs to be kicked. And then the enlarge, it can simply be stunned. So as a tank, I can take care of that all by myself. Right now I use my banner, I use my shield wall, I use my avatar, and I know they want to do a big pull here for everything. So I'm just gonna chain pull bit by bit to get back my CDs. So here, I have avatar back, and they pulled it for me. Alright, so now I'm safe. I got my cooldowns rolling. I keep mousing over it, trying to get a throw off, but I just couldn't do it. I'm getting rusty. Alright, avatar's almost back. I see how efficient the cooldown reduction is. This is really nice. And then I almost have my shield wall back too. So yeah, extremely satisfying. And I think in this key we're definitely getting carried by this DH. He's leading in a lot of damage. And here's where I made a mistake. I didn't see the rapid fire, and it just 3-shotted me. So, oh well. But the pack is dying. Got lucky there. They're gonna res me and on to the last boss. And I think the last boss is pretty straightforward. Dodge the things on the ground, stun or root the little robots, stuff like that. It's not a tyrannical week, so I'm not really worried about it. And in the second phase, you can heroic leap onto the second platform and just avoid a large portion of the maze. Sometimes, if you do it right. And being rusty as I am, I don't think I did it right in this key. Or maybe I did. We'll see. It's on the other side. For legendary, I'm still playing Reprisal because that's the only legendary I have. Oh, I did it. Bleh. Oh my god, I'm such a noob. I think they're almost done upstairs, and meanwhile I'm just... I'm just fucking around here. But this is pretty easy. They all have shock bots. So easy time 2, easy +2. But it's Junkyard. It's supposed to be easy. But that still goes to show like how durable Protection Warrior is. Oh, we still need 2%. Yeah, but it feels really nice to play Protection Warrior again and not like struggle through every pack and actually enjoy playing Unbreakable Will and or Unstoppable Force, sorry. Just the Thunderclap machine. And the fact that they made Thunderclap apply rend automatically is just, ooh. It's just everything I could have ever asked for. Alright, that's the key. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I certainly had fun playing it. And if you guys need a Protection Warrior guide, let me know in the comments and I can make a short video about that. But yeah, try out Warrior. It's fun. It's really fun. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.